A very good morning to the third Kuala Lumpur International Conference and Management Education and Technology viewers. I am Dr. Julinamary. I'll be presenting on strengths and challenges faced by the pre-university students in writing introduction for extended writing in Malaysian University English tests. We will be looking into the introduction, methodology, findings, discussion, conclusion, and references in this presentation. The Malaysian Ministry of Education has continuously emphasized on the importance of English by introducing Malaysian University English tests among the learners, especially the pre-university students. The Malaysian Examination Council is responsible for MUET since 1999. Since 2014, the government has set a minimum MUET band requirement upon entering and graduating in local universities depending on the chosen courses. MUET is conducted 3 times a year and can be taken by local and foreign students who intend to pursue their first degree studies in public or private universities in Malaysia. MUET Session 1 will be held in March, MUET Session 2 in July, and MUET Session 3 in November. There are 4 papers in MUET: listening, speaking, reading, and writing. Each paper contributes to 90 marks and each paper contributes about 25%. Scoring in writing seems to be a difficult task for most of the learners. In MUET, there are 2 tasks in paper 4 writing: guided writing on replying to letters or emails with the allocation of 30 marks, extended writing with the allocation of 60 marks based on the new examination format. The pre-university students are required to write a discursive, argumentative, or problem solution essay of at least 250 words for extended writing. The stimulus contains between 40 to 80 words excluding the standard rubric. Recent studies conducted locally reveal that many pre-university students are still facing difficulties in writing. Extended writing is a major challenge faced by the pre-university students in MUET. A case study conducted by Stephanie G. and Azlina Aziz in a suburban secondary school of Muka district in Sarawak showed that 40% of the students in the class did not score well in their MUET writing, especially in question 2, extended writing, which carries 60% of the marks for the writing paper. Most of the students were identified as Band 1 and Band 2 scorers, and their marks remained unchanged in Trial 2. This is due to their low proficiency in English, and they face difficulties in transforming their ideas into written form. Writing is not only vital in order to develop the pre-university students' academic performance, but it also contributes to their social and emotional development. In Malaysia, English is widely used as the medium of instruction at the tertiary level. Thus, there is a great need to determine prospective students' English language proficiency before stepping to university. There are 2 research objectives in this study. The first research objective is to explore the semester 2 pre-university students' strength in writing introduction for extended writing in the Malaysian University English test in a selected premier secondary school in Northern Perak. The second research objective is to investigate the challenges faced by the semester 2 pre-university students in writing introduction for extended writing in MUET in a selected primary secondary school in Northern Perak. There are 2 research questions in this study. The first research question: what are the semester 2 pre-university students' strengths in writing introduction for extended writing in MUET in a selected premier secondary school in Northern Perak? The second research question would be: what are the challenges faced by the semester 2 pre-university students in writing introduction for extended writing in MUET in a selected premier secondary school in Northern Perak? This is a qualitative study comprising 16 semester 2 pre-university students from a selected premier secondary school in Northern Perak. Data were triangulated based on the students' school trial examination score sheet, interview, and document analysis. Purposive sampling was done to select the research participants by referring to their trial examination score sheet. Pre-university students with poor scores in extended writing in paper 4 were selected to participate in this study. Document analysis was done by referring to the research participants' essays for Task 2 extended writing in their school trial examination. These students' essays were analyzed using thematic conceptual metrics. These essays were coded PUS1, which refers to Pre-University Student 1 to affirm the confidentiality and anonymity. 10 pre-university students were selected and called for the interview to investigate on their strengths and constraints in achieving better scores for Task 2 extended writing. The findings for this study are discussed by analyzing the research participants' strengths and weaknesses in developing effective hook, thesis statement, and STEM. Hook is usually used to grab attention of the readers in a creative way to generate interest in the topic and a desire to read the full essay. This study found that only 3 research participants were able to develop simple hook in their essay by providing examples. Research participant PUS3 claimed that she is unable to develop a good attention grabber as she cannot find the right word to say right. Hence, lack of vocabulary acts as the main challenge in pulling back the students from moving forward to produce a good attention grabber in writing their introduction. This is similar with a study conducted by Afzal in Prince Satam bin Abdul Aziz University in Saudi Arabia with 100 BA English undergraduates who face several problems in learning the vocabulary such as knowing the meaning of the new words, using new words correctly, memorizing and spelling new vocabularies. Research participant PUS16 claimed that he is unable to put his thoughts into words. He claimed that he has ideas but have problem to translate and don't know how to write in English. Translating thoughts into mother tongue to target language seems to be a very challenging task for some of the research participants. This could take place as a result of lack of reading in the target language. Therefore, reading habits play a major role in influencing pre-university students' essay writing, as it requires them to be able to think critically, develop issues, provide responses, reasons, evidence, and opinions. It was discovered in this study that all the research participants interviewed agreed that they were able to understand the STEM and stimulus given in the extended writing. They also agreed that it is essential to develop interesting hooks to attract the attention of the readers. Thesis statement. It is important for the thesis statement to be clear in order to remove any ambiguity on the purpose of writing the essay. It was identified in this study that only 2 research participants were able to develop a complete thesis statement comprising 3 main ideas with minor language errors. These 2 research participants too agreed that they faced difficulties in using the correct grammar in their sentence construction. Mastery of English sentence construction requires learners to understand the rules of sentence structure in English because the arrangement of the language element is different from mother tongue. Descriptive research completed by Fitrawati and Dian Safritri with 32nd year undergraduates in Universitas Negeri Padang, Indonesia too found that grammar acts as the main hindrance in essay writing. Fitrawati and Dian Safriti detected 368 grammatical errors in their respondents' essay. However, these 2 research participants agreed that they could comprehend the topic which was assigned to them. Hence, good topical understanding acts as the strength for these 2 research participants. Another 14 research participants were unable to develop proper thesis statement with the main idea. PUS1 is unable to develop a proper thesis statement for this essay, as she claimed that she had all the points but missed out the steps writing the points into the introduction. And she also claimed that it is difficult to translate into English as she could not find the proper word. Thus, locating appropriate vocabularies in translating ideas formulated mentally in mother tongue into the written form in English act as the main barrier in developing thesis statement in essay writing. In addition, the research participants also lacks of effective strategies in planning the essay draft to write the thesis statement in the introduction. According to Maulidini Aulia Tasha, planning in writing is effective in helping writers to keep on track while developing the essay, and it helps the writers to maintain focus on the main ideas. However, if students continue to write without proper planning or drafting out the main ideas in the thesis statement, then they would end getting a little lost in their writing and miss out the essential elements in their essays. The findings in this study are similar with the study conducted by Ryan and Sylvia, with 83 undergraduates in an English medium university in Middle East. Ryan and Sylvia found that writing thesis statement for essays were a common challenge among the first-year undergraduates even in universities. Stand. Stand refers to the state of a claim made in an essay. This study brought to light that only 25% of the research participants were able to develop effective stand in their essays. PUS 5, PUS 9, and PUS 11 agreed that they were able to understand the importance of stating a very clear stand in their essay. However, PUS 5 revealed that she was unable to make good sentence due to poor language command. In other words, language proficiency hinders this research participant in developing error-free stand in her introduction. The findings in this study is similar with several studies conducted abroad, which portray that poor language proficiency seems to be a common problem faced in writing, even in higher institutions. A study conducted in Indonesia with 42 college students enrolling on an online writing courses also showed that these students face several obstacles and difficulties in applying the appropriate grammar in their writing. A study by Julinamary among the third-year undergraduates at FKIP Bung Hatta University too showed that 62.85% of the students face difficulties in grammar, 57.14% in vocabulary, 60% in transition signal, and 60% in mechanics in writing essays. It was evident that 11 research participants were unable to state any stand in their essays. According to PUS4, she's unable to state her stand as she claimed that she's unsure which stand to be taken, lack of background knowledge pertaining to the topic. Hence, this study revealed that there's an obstacle in developing a clear stand when the research participants does not have much background knowledge regarding the essay topic. The difficulties in developing a clear stand will influence the structure and flow of the essay. Some ideas may not be connected logically. As for the difficulties in language, features happen due to lack of knowledge and practice in writing. This finding is similar with the findings obtained by Maulidini Aulia Tasha in Indonesia, which showed that lack of knowledge related to the subject matter of the content to be written and lack of effective strategies for planning or revising essays act as the main barrier in writing essay. This research was conducted in order to identify the pre-university students' strengths and challenges in extended writing for MUET in a selected premier secondary school. It was identified in this study that only 18.75% of the research participants were able to develop simple hook, 12.5% research participants were able to develop a complete thesis statement comprising three main ideas with minor language errors. 25% of the research participants were able to develop effective stand in their essays. There were several strengths identified in this study. Most of the students were able to understand the extended writing questions, stimulus and stand given. They were also aware of the importance on beginning their essays with hook, formulating appropriate thesis statement, and deciding on a clear stand. It was also evident in the study that the pre-university students still face difficulties in developing creative hook, writing effective thesis statement, and deciding on a clear stand. This is due to several reasons, such as lack of vocabulary, difficulties in putting thoughts into words, difficulties in translating their thoughts from mother tongue into the target language, fail to plan or draft out the main ideas, lack of topical knowledge, lack of grammatical knowledge. Therefore, it is strongly recommended that teaching of grammar in isolation through various supporting programs could aid to scaffold the poor scorers in their zone of proximal development. It is important to develop remedial modules as well to further enhance essay writing skills for the extended writing in MUET. In calculating reading habits in target language would enrich and widen the pre-university students' content schemata as well as language schemata on topical vocabulary and grammatical knowledge. Reading habits facilitate in shaping, developing, planning, and creating new ideas. Thus, reading activities should be introduced through various supporting programs to enhance language learning and acquisition to aid writing skills. In conclusion, the findings in this study provide significant insight for the pre-university academic teachers, policy makers, reference book publishers in producing relevant teaching and learning resources to scaffold by taking into consideration of the pre-university students' strengths and challenges in writing introduction for extended writing in MUET. These are the references used to complete this study. With that, I end my presentation. Thank you very much.